Now you have to dive into the EDA tools now. These are the tools that you're going to use, say, to design your circuit. And of course, we have several tools at our disposal here. We have like EgoCAD, KeyCAD itself, Altium, Allegro, MetaPads. I mean, we have several. We have Prt2, we have Easy EDA, we have Multisim, and we are going to discuss all this. We are going to dive deep actually into all these EDA tools here in this program. What to consider? What are the industrial trends actually? What are most companies using? So that you don't want to be trained, say, with some very old software or some educational software that maybe it's only used by college students. Maybe it's not going to like be viable when you go to the industries. Yeah, check about the longevity of your software. Is it here to stay? What's the purpose? Is it just a recreational project? Are you doing this project for commercial purposes? Yeah, it's very important to check that. Okay, the tool I'm selecting now that I'm new into this design field, what's the learning curve? Yeah, is it steep? How long can I take? Well, is my EDA tool paid or free? These are factors that we need to consider. Then after you are settled with that, the next process we do is now we start doing the schematics. These are the actual wiring that we do when it comes to like the actual, or rather the first steps into actual design. We do schematic designs here. What to consider is you have to be very keen with datasheets here. Always follow the manufacturer's recommendation. Follow the conventions that are or rather the traditions, say, in design of schematics. Keep your schematics neat. You never know who will follow up after your design. Maybe you may not be the next designer of a revision that you did or another version. So keep them well organized such that the next designer is easy to follow. Use reference designs. I've talked of reference designs being like, say you want to design something like a power supply, just check something similar that people have done and it's posted. Other people check what they had done, get some insight, apply in your design. And if you follow all these and looking the data sheets very well, you'll never go wrong. It's also in this stage at schematics level that when you are designing, you may find that some symbols or some footprints are not available in your EDA tool. Now at this point, you also have to design now to learn how to design your own libraries. This is something that we'll also be dealing with here also in this course. Don't worry about designing the libraries and stuff. We'll be diving into that deeper later. It's very easy. You're going to learn how to do it. Once you're done with your schematic diagrams, then the next stage is we do PCB layouts and routing. And when I talk about routing, is actually those actual lines that you see being drawn on PCBs. So those are the actual wiring and stuff that happens. So what are the pointers here? For your layout, always follow the datasheets. Again, follow the conventions. There are certain conventions, and I've been pinpointing some of them, especially when it comes to power and stuff. Check reference designs as well. Again, be sure to make sure that you are using the least real estate as you can. That's in terms of size of your PCB. Just make them smaller if possible. Just don't like go misusing your space and stuff. Traces, consider like the power. And this comes into consideration. Say you know you are a manufacturer already. So just go to their website, check their design constraints. What can they do? What are their limits in terms of via size? Vias are those holes that are made on PCB so that you can connect top and bottom layers. What are their minimum trace widths? Yeah. What's the cost of production when I do 2 layers, 4 layers, 6 layers? Yeah. So all those constraints, very important. It's also at this point that you do a check on your DRC. These are design rules check, so that you don't violate any and you may end up messing up your design. Actually, once you are through with your with your PCB layout and routing itself. We are almost now getting done with the PCB because we are proceeding to generation of production files. These are the